Welcome to our 5 on 5. I'm pleased to be joined today by Harry and David President Steve Lightman. Steve, thanks for taking the time.
Craig, thanks so much for having me. It's always great to be here with you.
Thank you. Well, you recently announced to staff that you're retiring later this year. What led to that decision?
Well, Craig, I did announce that, and it was a difficult decision. It's a great town, a great community, a great business, and we were successful together. But Megan and I are getting a little older. We're looking to spend more time together. 85% of every day of my life has been dedicated to working, and now I made the commitment to Megan and our kids and the rest of the family that we're going to put that time into them and spend time traveling, reading, philanthropy through our foundation, and having fun together, playing golf.
Sounds pretty good. So you've led Harry and David for 7 years now. What is the state of the business today?
So, boy, time flies. It feels like a day. The state of the business is great. Harry and David has come a long way, and we've really enjoyed the growth of the company. As you know, 1-800-Flowers is a parent organization, and without 1-800-Flowers behind Harry and David, we never would have had the resources to be as successful as we are. But thanks to the community and the great workforce that's here, thanks to all of the associates at the company, and thanks to all of the vendors that we do business with, we've had this tremendous success, and it's really shared by everybody.
Yeah, I didn't know this until earlier today when I was doing some research. You took over the company about 6 months after it was acquired by 1-800-Flowers. How has the business model changed in your tenure?
Well, so it's changed a lot, Craig, and I think, you know, as I look back, when I joined the organization, we were a lot more dependent on print and on catalogs. We were a lot more seasonally driven, so really the business was all around the Christmas holiday season, and we would spend all year long building inventory and then getting ready for the holiday season and then having a great holiday season and doing it again. In the 7 years I've been here, we've built a really robust everyday business, and we have a year-round business now where we're happy to be able to have lots of jobs year-round in the community and a great business model. So the business hasn't just grown in its size, but it's also grown in its footprint, both in our community and its year-round service to consumers.
I don't want to put you on the spot and ask who's going to take over for you, but instead I'm going to ask something a little similar. Will the management structure remain the same after you retire?
Right, so the management structure will remain the same. The great team that's here in Medford is the same team that will continue to run the company into the future. As 1-800-Flowers looks at its organizational structure and sees where the openings are that are needed, people will be added. There was a search started for a president, but that president's going to be different than the role I have, and it's going to be more out of Jericho, more about our strategic growth strategies and plans for the entire food group. And the great Harry and David management team and food group team that's here will continue to run the day-to-day business.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll have much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Harry and David President Steve Lightman announced just recently to employees he is retiring later this year. Steve, before we went to break, you mentioned that the next president of the company will be in Jericho. Is that the corporate offices? They won't be here in Medford, Oregon?
Yeah, sorry, Craig. I meant to say that Jericho, Long Island, which is where 1-800-Flowers headquarters are and our core business is operated out of.
Oh, interesting. Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Sorry.
I know taking care of your employees after the Almeda fire was very important to you personally. Can you share with our viewers all the steps the company took to help the many who lost their homes and how those people are doing today? Yeah,
so, you know, first and foremost, everything that we've done to help our associates in the community post the Almeda fire was just an itty-bitty little contribution to what was really a major traumatic experience here in the Valley. And to everybody that lost their homes and their possessions, our hearts are out to them and still will always be there. We were really quick to respond. As I think most people know, the fire came right up to our campus. And our CCC, our little convention center that we have on the Harry and David campus, we gave to the search and rescue, the fire department, the police department, the sheriff's department, to really mastermind how to get the fire under control, make sure everybody was out safely and that they got everybody out. We then began a capital campaign through our TMAC Center, Teresa McCormick Center, and really jumped right on it, where all of the executives of the organization, all of the associates, we went out to the general community and we raised over $500,000, and we matched some of those funds, and we gave them out 100 cents on the dollar to all 100+ associates that lost their homes here in the Valley for Harry and David that were our associates. And then we provided food and clothing. We had lots of our vendors provide us with extra food and clothing, lots of great clothing companies, and we gave that out to the entire community through our TMAC Center, and we had tears in our eyes as people came, but we shared and gave everything we could, and we really feel good about the job we did there.
As I recall, you even hosted a few people at your home after the fire, is that right?
Yeah, Megan and I hosted a few people at our home that unfortunately lost their homes, but what an experience, and quite frankly, we were extremely lucky not to lose ours, and again, our hearts go out to everybody that lost their homes.
Piggybacking off of all that great work, why is community involvement so important to you and of course, the corporation?
So from a personal standpoint, giving back is what makes us all who we are in a community. And quite frankly, if we looked at it from a company standpoint, Harry and David wouldn't be able to grow and be the company it is if the community wasn't here to support it and help us and provide smart people to drive the business to the next level. But it's an obligation we all have. None of us got to where we are in life by luck. We all had a mentor, or we all had an opportunity, and we all took advantage of it and executed on that to the best of our abilities. We owe everybody an opportunity to give that back and to be part of the solution, not the problem. And so Megan and I spend an immense amount of time looking at special projects, funding things. The company is extremely philanthropic. Community equals success. So I think that's why we do it, Craig.
Well, thank you for that work, and congratulations on your retirement. We do appreciate you taking the time.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, we'll be right back.